It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. 135 people have been arrested from the Capitol riots. That was on January 6, 2021. But my question is, were people arrested and charged for not rioting? Yeah, we got Liberty Dragon and his ankle monitor in here in studio to tell his story. It's now on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, click that like, leave your comments, and definitely help us out and share this video now. Plus, also become a monthly subscriber of Free Speech by signing up for the exclusive content, the chats, the merchandise, and now it's available at the top of the Joe Padula Show Facebook page until they delete us all. All right. Liberty Dragon. Let's go to the news article. Let's see what we got.
All right. It's your boy, Liberty Dragon.
Did you see
Breathing
it?
fire to the New World Order.
Did you see your article?
Sheesh.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've seen a whole lot of articles about me.
Man arrested in Gallatin for alleged role in U.S. Capitol riots.
That's the happiest mugshot I've ever seen.
That is a pleasant mugshot. Look at you.
What up?
I got a clear conscience. What can I say? I got a clear conscience.
Liberty, is that your actual mugshot?
It is.
Yeah. In Gallatin.
Yeah.
I've never seen an ankle monitor in real life. This is fascinating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Touch it.
Can I?
Can she touch it?
Can I touch it?
Don't mess with it. We don't want it going off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
But I get it taken off soon, so
That's
let me
right.
just say that. Actually, I've already been ordered for it to be removed. So
Yeah? Here, pull that mic. Get a little closer to that mic. I got to hear that beautiful voice of yours.
okay,
Should
sure
we-
thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're a very good karaoke singer. So yes, another Tennessee resident has been arrested for his alleged role in the deadly riots at the U.S. Capitol. This is how WKRN is reporting on this. According to the United States Attorney's Office for the Middle Tennessee District, Jack Jesse Griffith, okay, Liberty Dragon, Juan. Well, you were arrested over the last weekend in Gallatin by the FBI. And you were charged with the following: knowingly enter or remain in any restricted building or grounds without lawful authority to do so. Also, knowingly and with intent to impede or disrupt the orderly conduct of government business, of official functions, engage in disorderly or disruptive conduct in or within such proximity to any restricted building or grounds, when or so that such conduct in fact impedes or disrupts the orderly conduct of government business or official functions, or attempts to conspire to do so. Damn, that's a lot of words for 2 charges.
I know. I know, right?
Wow.
Can we get a TLDR?
Unbelievable. All right, Liberty, let's go to it. Let's take a look at how you got down there, when you got down there. We'll go step by step.
Okay, sure.
Bring us there. Okay, so it's how'd you get down there? Or how did you get word to go to the Stop the Steal rally on January 6th? President Trump is speaking in front of, I think they said over 300,000 people. But how'd you find out that you guys were going to the rally?
Because I found out from the tweet.
Okay.
The big tweet. He said,
Oh, the tweet.
Go to the rally.
Uh-huh.
You know, now I can't tweet anymore.
Right.
They took it away. They took it away. Free speech is going to soon become a thing of the past in this country. Sadly, you can see it. It's in the air. But I was there. I saw the speech. And I was
Well,
like, okay.
how'd you get down there? Did you guys take a bus?
I drove down there.
You drove. Okay, so
it was a 10-hour drive.
10-hour
It was
drive.
very long, but it was nothing
Any
to
pee
me.
breaks along the way, or?
A few of them. It was
Okay.
funny because the very first break I took,
Yeah.
I went into the bathroom at Gallatin.
Yeah.
And then every single person in the bathroom was going to the rally. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
Yeah, because I had the Trump hat on,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think. And then this guy was like, wait, hold on. You're going to the rally? I was like, yeah. We're like, hey, turn up, turn up. So we were talking
And this
to
is
it
all while at the
together.
urinal.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I
We were
love it.
talking to it together.
Yeah.
And then 2 other guys were like, wait, y'all guys are going to the rally? We're going to the rally.
Yeah,
I was like,
PH.
hey. And then so we left out the bathroom. We're all having a
Yeah.
good time. Every single person in the bathroom.
Did you guys wash hands?
Yes.
Okay,
we did.
good.
Absolutely.
Just making
100%.
sure. Right.
You
okay.
really couldn't hold your bladder till you got out of Gallatin?
No, I couldn't. I didn't want to stop, so I was like, let me go ahead. I
Now-
don't get into my house.
What's the sleeping arrangement? Did you book a hotel? Did you do anything like that, or was
I
it
got
going
an
to be
Airbnb.
Okay, an Airbnb. So you ordered an Airbnb. How much were the Airbnbs going for?
My Airbnb wasn't too bad for 3 days or 2 days. It was like $240. It wasn't too bad.
So
I've since been banned from Airbnb.
now you-
just from getting those charges, not been convicted. I've been banned. I've been banned from Airbnb, so I can't use Airbnb.
what about
anymore.
fly lists? Are you on a no-fly list?
I don't think so. Probably not.
Okay.
Because, I got everything wiretapped and everything, and they looking through my stuff. They're like, well, this guy's a cool guy. Definitely not a terrorist. Like some people would like to label me as, slander me as, but I'm not. I'm a citizen. I had nothing to do with any violence or vandalism. I was there peacefully protesting, and you know what? I was there for 5 minutes, and I left the entire area before 2:30, and you know what? I wasn't even there when people died, when people got seriously hurt. I wasn't even there. When I was there, when I was inside, it was peaceful. It was actually, as a matter of fact, loving. The police officers respected.
We'll get into that because
Yes,
I
sir.
got some of the footage that you actually took yourself.
Right, yes.
We're going to play some of that here in just a moment from the actual Capitol. Okay, so boom, you're in your Airbnb. Is this the day before or that day you arrived?
The day before, so I'm just chilling. I made a little.
Was there a lot of people out?
Yeah, there was a lot of people out, but I just went straight to the Airbnb. I
Yeah.
just chilled a little bit, unwind, after a gruesomely long, drive. I was like,
What'd you watch? Like Home Alone 2 with Trump in it? What were you watching? Any?
No, I was really just watching YouTube videos.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
some space videos, some funny
Were
stuff.
you excited? Were you nervous the night before?
I was excited.
Excited.
Because I had been to D.C. once before for
Uh-huh.
a Blexit rally, which is Black Exit from the Left.
Yeah.
It was hosted by Candace Owens, and I'm half Latino, half Mexican. So I was there with Lexit, Latino Exit from the Left.
Did you see
and
that
it
the
was
Walk Away
beautiful.
campaign has been deleted from Facebook?
I saw, and then he got arrested. He wasn't
Yeah,
even
Brandon
inside the
Strzok.
building.
Yeah,
But
he got
They
arrested.
have to make an example of people. They're trying to make an example of people.
That's what I'm saying. There's people that are getting arrested that I don't understand why they're getting arrested. Like they arrested this guy, Brandon Strzok, who created a group called the Walk Away Movement, and it's about people walking away from the Democrat Party. It has nothing to do with people walking to Trump or whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy earlier this week got arrested for being at the event. It's crazy. He wasn't even inside or anything.
Yeah, it really is crazy.
So that morning, okay, you wake up, boom, you got your MAGA hat on, right?
Yeah,
The whole bit.
all pumped up,
All right.
turned up, ready to go.
How many people were at the Stop the Steal rally?
Hundreds of thousands. I've never seen so many people in one place. And somebody else that was there, they were talking about they've been to a concert where there was 500,000 people. They said they think it was easily double that. Everywhere I looked, it was unbelievable. Everywhere I looked along the horizon, there was people patriotically standing there together with American flags, loving their fellow citizens, being kind and cool and calm, and just there. It was a vibe.
Where were you when Trump started speaking? How close were you?
I was pretty far back.
Oh yeah, all the way in the back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. So
Now, were you able to hear and everything? Did they have the speakers and everything?
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely. It
Oh,
was
you were that far back, huh?
That many people. Yeah, it was crazy.
Now, as for your phone, cell phone service out there with all these people. Did you have a good service at all? Were you able to go Facebook Live or anything?
No, I couldn't do any of that.
No.
I wasn't able to do any of that.
No way. Yeah, I went to a Beach Boy concert, okay?
Yeah.
And they were in like their 70s, and I still couldn't live stream, and there was only 30 people at this concert.
Jeez.
So I hear you.
Yeah.
Now, as for while you guys are there and Trump's doing his speech, he did say we're going to go to the Capitol and peacefully protest, word for word.
Yes.
And he was supposed to speak at the Capitol. They had speakers and everything all set up for the continuation of the rally, the Stop the Steal rally in front of the Capitol. When did you notice people start going over to the Capitol?
Well, actually, people started going there a lot sooner than when he ended his speech.
That's what I read in the reports.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. They just left because I feel like some people say that was nefarious from the top, but a lot of people, they just couldn't hear what was going on, and they wanted to be there, closer to the Capitol than everybody else. So everybody started leaving, soon. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And actually, Alex Jones was supposed to be the one to lead, the rally back down that way, and
back to the Capitol,
yes,
right.
Yes, and if it's
for the next rally,
right, yes, and if it was Alex Jones, I think things would have turned out a little bit different than they did later on. Because like I saw a video of Alex Jones, his security was speaking with the Capitol Police.
Yeah.
See, I was gone by then, but he was speaking with the Capitol Police, and he was saying that, listen, you need to get Alex up there. You need to get him on the steps because he'll calm everything down. He'll chill it out, which is true. People will respect what he was saying and listen to him. But
here, let's take a look at some of your footage from that day over there at the Capitol. And I'll try and do this in order. And if you can do as best as you can with time stamping for me.
Okay, sure.
I would appreciate that.
I have one video before this that was on my other phone, but that phone got confiscated.
Oh.
By the FBI.
Really?
I have, just one before this. That was time stamped.
Do you have any, pics of you that you don't want them having?
No.
That's one of my biggest worries.
I'm not worried about it.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I hope it's a female FBI agent that confiscates this phone.
They'll probably be like, hey, this is actually kind of a nice guy.
Yeah,
He's a very good citizen. So that video, the one video I have, I'm recording myself going backwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, we're going inside. I'm walking backwards through an open door. I'm not going in. I'm not kicking in the door.
Right.
I'm not jumping in a broken window. As a matter of fact, but when I was going, there were no broken windows.
And that's the one that the FBI wanted. They wanted that video.
Yes.
They wanted that phone.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
So here's some more of your footage that you got. Now this is you walk, and those listening via iHeartRadio or the other listening devices. You want to see where we're going, just go to the Joe Padula Show Facebook page where we are currently live. You'll see the blue check of verification. Click like, hit that notification bell, and you can see what we're seeing. Plus also snippets uploaded to possibly YouTube, definitely Rumble, and BitChute.
Joe.
What's up?
Quick question. So or actually I guess Liberty Dragon, where you're at now, is it legal for you to be in that part of the Capitol building? Briefly, yes or no, because I don't know how that works.
Well,
I know parts of it are open and parts aren't.
Yes, this part of the Capitol building is usually open to the public. I didn't go further in. I wasn't even anywhere close to the Senate chamber. This part is usually open to the public, which I later found out is not usually now because of the China virus. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not used coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it.
I still call it the China virus because it came from China.
It did.
Just like Spanish flu.
Nothing
even though,
against Chinese people. I have love for all my fellow Chinese Americans, but the country, the CCP, that's whoever.
Absolutely. So here you go. You're walking in. All right. So the cops are right there, hanging out right with you guys.
Yeah.
What's the feeling? Oh. Now, where is this? Where they're banging, let us in?
This was afterwards. This was when it was outside.
So you're back outside now.
Right.
How long were you inside that room for?
I was in there for less than 7 minutes.
Less than 7 minutes?
Less than 7 minutes.
You walked in.
I walked in. I went through an open door. I actually was looking backwards. I was like, hey, I guess we're going in the Capitol.
Yeah.
All benign about it, just chill, in a non-menacing, non-threatening way. I just walked in, and people were, commingling with the patriotic police officers. We were just talking to them, and some, I don't want to put them on the spot, but some said they agreed. Some, they said they were also outraged. It was a vibe. It was a good vibe.
Some of the cops?
Yes.
The Capitol Police?
Yes. The time I was in there, I'm sorry if I put somebody on the spot. But,
hey, you didn't give names.
Right. But the entire time I just want to clarify, the entire time that I was in the building, there was not even an ounce of vandalism. There was no violence. There was no pushback. There was no fighting the police. There was no insulting them. There was no disrespect. There was no hatred. My entire time that I was in there, it was completely peaceful. People chanted. We chanted for a few moments. We said thank you for your service of police officers. And in one of these videos, it shows there's even a police officer. He had the yellow vest on. Yeah. And he was giving directions because someone asked him how to get to somewhere when they left. He said, when I leave here, how do I get to this certain place? And then the police officers, they're so polite. They were so nice, so polite. Just, they were.
Now, what did you think when you?
And then let me just say, when I was and then a few minutes later, the police officers, they said, if if you want to leave. They didn't even say, you need to get out of here right now. They said, if you want to leave, you can go out this way. And, you know, me, I took that as them saying, your tour is over with, basically, you know, because people were so respectful going through the ropes. And then, you know.
I saw him walking by these priceless pictures, these priceless statues, not touching them. I saw these videos. Now, but how about the videos?
So I left because I respect, you know, because I took that as, you know, they're asking.
As, hey, it's time
to go. And, of course, I respect them. I respect what they said.
If you want to leave, and you're like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, I bounced. So I was like, I said, thank you for your service. I appreciate it. And I bounced.
Now, okay, that goes on. Now you're outside.
Yes.
You see this. The let us in part. What is all this going on here? What are your thoughts?
I think that when I left, they had, because they were opening the doors, they had closed that door, I believe, at that point in time. And as you can see, everybody was peaceful. There's no hatred here. There's no rioting. There's no violence. There's no vandalism. Just this guy, I thought this was kind of, you know.
Now, what is that, a scaffold?
I think it's something that they used to.
What, were they washing the windows?
Yeah. So this guy goes up there on that thing, and he brings the American flag and the Trump flag, and, you know, in a nonviolent way, and everybody just goes crazy. They think it's so entertaining, and so, you know.
USA.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this looks a lot more peaceful than some of the other protests that were happening throughout the year.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying, George. I mean, the a lot of USA chants. I even heard the national anthem being sung, right? Were you singing along with that?
I sing it so terribly, though. Don't put me on the
Look at all those people, though.
Show it, though.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, everybody's just calm.
Even people out here got arrested, is what I'm, like, I don't understand that part.
Right. I don't really get that either, honestly.
Interesting.
And then there was I took a footage because I guess people had made it all the way on the second floor up there, and they were holding like Trump signs. You know, those people weren't being violent either. But, you know, people thought it was entertaining. You know, they popped in the window, they had the Trump signs. Everybody just thought it was pretty hilarious.
What I find interesting, though, at this point, Congress is supposed to be, the Congress and Senate are supposed to be doing the electoral vote, right?
All right.
And at this point, there were Congress members and members of the House of Representatives and senators who were going to vote to contest the electoral count.
Right.
And this disrupted it, the actual session. Was that part of the mission, from what you could understand on the ground?
That was not. I was going there personally because I was going there to peacefully protest and lend courage to those people to do it a due process.
That were doing the contested
lawfully
vote. Right.
Contested. I was lending courage to these people. I was outside. We were chanting.
Yeah.
I had no idea of going to conspire to do anything to try. I'm not a seditionist. I'm not an insurrectionist. I'm not a terrorist.
Yeah,
I wasn't there to menace anybody.
And so many people are throwing those names out at the people who were down there. All right.
Yeah, you were just there exercising your First Amendment right to, you know, peacefully assemble.
And you see the police are just, you know, was just close to us, which is cool, and nobody's attacking them. And I thought this was, you know.
What happened to this guy right here?
I guess he got right next to the door, and then they sprayed him directly in the eye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so.
Well, this person has Visine, so you know they have good weed on them also. Did you see that?
It is D.C. It's legal in D.C.
Oh,
so.
you see?
Yeah.
Unreal. And then, here's your singing. Okay. Yeah, we are not going karaoke together.
Okay, listen, I did choir in high school, but I don't know what happened.
Did you forget?
I record and I make music, but I don't know what happened here.
Now, at this point, you're outside. Is there anything going in your head that you're going to be arrested at some point?
No.
That was not a thought at this point whatsoever.
After after I got back to the Airbnb, I put my own pictures up. Because
you uploaded to your social media.
Yes, I put my, smiling in all of my pictures, not in a menacing way, not like, the one thing I said that people took a screenshot of was I said I helped storm the Capitol, but I should have not said that, because when I got back to my Airbnb, I had no idea what happened, what transpired later.
Yes.
Had I known what happened, I would have not put any pictures of myself up. I wouldn't have, because people died. People got killed. I'm not proud. I think it's my responsibility as a public figure to come on here and to condemn in the highest degree all violence and vandalism that transpired there. I do not agree with that. Violence is not the answer. I was not there to be menacing or anything. I put my pictures up because it was peaceful when I was there. Maybe got a little rowdy towards the end when I was leaving, but it was peaceful. It was peaceful. And then when I got back to my Airbnb, I was like, wow,
Is that
was
when you
crazy.
started seeing some of the other videos?
No, it wasn't even until the very next day. I put my pictures up on the Airbnb, or
like
in my Airbnb, I put my pictures up, I uploaded them, and because right after we left, I was looking for the car, and in DC, every street has a parking garage, and everything was closed. I'm like, God, and so I was walking around for like hours. Honestly, I know that's embarrassing, but I was walking around for a long time trying to find where the vehicle was. So I finally found it, and then I got back to the Airbnb, and then I put my pictures up. I had no idea.
What about curfew that night? I believe the DC mayor put you left. Okay.
I was gone way before that. Way before
Okay.
that. I left. The timestamp show. It proves that a few things, that I was in there for less than 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes.
You didn't get your Airbnb money's worth then.
Right, I was there for less than 8. No, I was there for in the Capitol building.
Yeah.
Less than 8 minutes, I left. I was outside. I hung out for about 30 to 40 more minutes, and then timestamp shows that I was descending the steps. I was leaving around 2:20, 2:30. That's when I left. I left the area right there. I walked through. I had no idea that it turned into a riot, because when I was there, at the most, it was a little bit rowdy, but it wasn't a riot. They weren't fighting with people. They weren't, attacking each other. I wouldn't have called it terrorism. I wouldn't have called it an insurrection. I wouldn't have called it a riot. People were there peacefully protesting. So
were you nervous at any point?
I wouldn't say I was nervous. The most that I saw, that I witnessed, is there was when I was leaving, there was tear gas being sprayed out. But it wasn't. It was weird, because it wasn't like it was a tear gas to like they were scared. I didn't get from any moment that the police there were scared or fearful. Later on, I understand that a lot more stuff happened, but while I was there, it was more of kind of just like a back and forth, by you gotta just chill out, just keep your distance. But it wasn't really like, oh my God, these people are trying to hurt us. We have to protect ourselves, because there was police officers letting people in, and there was police officers that agreed. They agreed with it, and they were equally outraged, because when you have things, when you see, and I just want to say that all I wanted, I didn't even want it to be overturned that day, because that's a little radical. For the people, I think there's enough evidence to overturn it. But for the people who don't believe that, I respect that. I respect my fellow citizens. All I wanted was, as Ted Cruz suggested, that we have a 10-day audit. I just wanted them to vote on that, and we have a 10-day audit. That's all I wanted. I didn't even
what's
want it to
happening
be
right now
overturned
in
completely.
Arizona? In Arizona, they're performing now a forensic audit on the machines used in the November election.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What if that audit comes out and they go, oops?
I think
Then
it will.
what?
I think it will, because take, for instance, when they finally were able to audit 22 of the I'm not gonna name 22 of the voting systems
Rudy.
in Antrim. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
In 22 of the voting machines in Antrim County, there was a 68% error rating. That means 68% of all the votes, they went back to the adjudication process. Then you have one person there deciding. 68% of the votes are saying, well, I think this Trump ballot, the signature doesn't look right. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm not saying that's what happened.
See,
but the FEC only allows 0.001%. That is against the law. That is against the law. This is a free country.
And
we can't just let this slide.
And that's what
people are outraged, because
that's what I think.
We're unheard. It's like our voices were unheard. I didn't go there for any violence.
There is definitely reason for people to be upset, because they were not being heard, because they had questions about a certain event that took place in early November, words that I can't say unless, you know, YouTube says you're gone.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, if these start to happen, such as in Maricopa County, Arizona, where they're doing these audits now, is it too late?
I don't know if it's too late. I really don't. But the thing is, the first thing that the Democrat Party, they introduced, the first bill that they introduced under Joe Biden is a voting bill. They're saying all 16-year-olds have to be registered to vote. They want to ban voter ID, not only in the states that don't already have it, but the states that already have it. Why? Why do you want to ban voter ID? I don't get it. Why can't we, states that dutifully elected their state legislatures, we have a federal government. We you know, it's not just centralized power. The states, they decide. We have states' rights to decide things. Why do they want to ban voter ID? They want to make it mandatory, you know, all across the country to have mail-in ballots. They want to, if you want to go register for, you don't even need your social security number anymore.
Well, did you see
That's baffling.
in Georgia where
scary.
allegedly it was over 60,000 votes by underage voters, and that is because they're saying in the state of Georgia, when you register for your license, you register to vote,
Right.
and they utilized allegedly. I'm learning from lawyer Wayne here.
That's right.
Allegedly, they utilized that voter registration to get those mail-in ballots out to those who weren't of age of voting.
Right.
Right. Very interesting. And I hear you. And I understand why people were pissed. I understand why over 300,000 people, lowballing it, came out on January 6th to say, hear us.
Right.
We just want answers.
And you know what's something
But
that's...
I don't agree with the going inside and everything. And I want to put myself in. I probably would have walked into watching some of this footage. Only because I'm watching doors being opened, and I'm a curious MFer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, tour the Capitol. I haven't been here since 8th grade.
Right.
Let me see the changes. But nonetheless,
I just want to say, I take responsibility. I take responsibility for my actions. At the moment, it was the heat of the moment. I didn't realize that I was breaking laws because, you know, that building is usually for tour for people. The part that I was in, it was on tour, and I didn't realize. I went in there for less than 5 minutes. There was no violence.
You didn't break anything. You didn't encourage anyone to break anything.
As a matter of fact, some of the people that were around me when I was outside, someone did come in. They came in plain clothes and they started smashing on the window. They had a hammer. They pulled it out of their bag. They started smashing on the window. And then some of the video, I don't know if you have it queued up or people already saw it. There was three Trump supporters. They pushed him back. They stepped in front of the window and they said, "No, we're not Antifa. We don't do that."
Do you think Antifa was there?
I mean, obviously, I think it was a mix of both, but there was definitely agitators.
Okay.
Agitators, they were there, and there was people that had bullhorns, and they were in plain clothes, people in trench coats with bullhorns, and then they were like, "You're not a real patriot if you don't go all the way in. We will never get this chance again." Blah blah blah. And they were trying to agitate people. I mean, thankfully, by the time I left, there was nothing crazy that transpired. People hadn't, the debate, because I would have probably been ashamed to have been in the crowd that was attacking police officers. That was all this, but I was there. It was peaceful, and then I left.
In trench coats. There's only 3 people in my entire life that ever trusted that wore trench coats. 1, Columbo. Okay. 2, Robert Stack, Unsolved Mysteries. 3, Gruff.
Right.
The crime dog. Right.
Yeah.
Everyone
maybe
else,
more
creepy.
from Matrix. He's cool.
Nick Gruff.
What about Inspector Gadget?
Yeah. What about
That was all
Inspector Gadget?
Penny and Brain. You know what I mean? He was a bumbling fool. But you get home, then you get arrested. How did that go down?
Well, I gotta say that they were very polite. They were very respectful. They probably been going through my stuff. They're like, "This is a peaceful guy.
Yeah.
He's a good citizen." I'm known in my community because of the pandemic. They put me on the front of the door of where I was working.
Yeah.
So I saw most of the city. So, people, I don't ever get any weird looks, even though they saw me in the news, because people know me. They know the character I have. They know I have no hate in my heart. I respect all of my fellow citizens. I don't ever want to cause harm to anybody. They know. But
Who sent the charges? Do we know that? Like who?
It was federal. Federal charges. I got 2 federal misdemeanors, and so when I was walking, I was leaving to go to work, and then some people jumped out the car. I was like, oh, I'm getting shot or something, because I didn't know it was FBI. I didn't know who it was. They just jumped out real quick.
They jumped out the car right before you going to work?
Yeah, they jumped out the car, and they're like, hey, you're under arrest, or we need to talk to you. But I got to say that, shouts out, if y'all are listening, thank you for all the positivity and the kindness. And they were very polite, and they were kind. And
did they read you your rights?
Oh, Lawyer Wayne. LawyerWayne.com.
I want to hear more.
Later on.
So your actual lawyer wishes you were saying less, but I want to hear more.
Later on.
Wow.
But I got to say, I had nothing to hide, because I feel the way I feel about it is that's why I'm on this show, because I don't think that I can incriminate myself, because they already know I was there. They know I was there. The only thing I can do is I can come out and I can publicly condemn the violence. I can clear my name, say that I distance myself, make a distinction. I take responsibility for my actions. I absolutely do. Whatever comes of this, I take responsibility for that. I didn't realize that I was breaking laws at the moment. But so be it. I take responsibility for my actions. I really do. But I thought it was very important for me to come on here and make a distinction and show publicly that I do not support what people did later on. And 100%, in the strongest degree, I condemn absolutely everybody who had any participation in violence or vandalizing our capital that our founding fathers helped to, the people's house.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I understand.
You can't do that. So
I
felt like it was my responsibility to come out here against all advice.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Against
that
all
happens to me
advice
after too much
from
wine.
potential legal counsel. They said don't go on. But I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
I really don't. Because I have a clear conscience. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't go in there with the intent to hurt anybody. I didn't break anything, and I left.
Have you been fired or anything?
Well, I got suspended. But the people...
Suspended from work?
Yeah, but the people...
What'd you do that work that allows...
It's a systematic thing.
Okay.
Just like I got automatically, removed from Airbnb. It was a systematic thing. Once the charges, systematically, they went in.
Even just for charges, not even conviction.
Yeah.
So what happens?
But I will say they were trying to fight for me. They were really trying to fight for me.
What about Airbnb? Where if these charges get dropped, which I'm hoping, I think they will, do you still stay on the no Airbnb list? Do you know what I mean? That's weird.
I don't, because I'm about to release my game. I got some music videos. I'm
not
about
even
to do.
convicted.
I'm planning to travel, and now I can't go on my Airbnb. What am I gonna do?
The day after, in Washington D.C., people that were at the Stop the Steal rally trying to fly home were put and pulled off of planes and put on no-fly list.
Yeah.
For not even being convicted of anything, being accused.
Right.
So that's the scary part. Have you been banned on any social media?
Well, on Facebook, I can't say anything until I'm muzzled until February 11th. I can't say.
And this was after the
yes,
January 6th.
because I put my picture up there and I got reported. Actually, somebody close to me at my workplace reported me. They're the ones who reported me in the first place.
Your whole page was actually down for about a week.
Yeah, my Liberty Dragon's gone. It's completely gone. It's been unpublished. Everything I worked for, all those 4,000.
I wonder if we're gonna get deplatformed just for having a conversation. It's crazy.
Right.
I got comments today. How dare you have a conversation with a insurrectionist or a terrorist?
Far from it. Far from it. I'd say I'm a pretty good citizen. Everybody can form their own opinions, but I'm known as being a beacon of positivity and kindness and humanity for all the people. Doesn't matter, regardless of your political ideology. I love everybody equally. And I think if people disagree with me, I think that maybe they've been led astray, they've been misinformed, and that's as far as it is. But I love everybody equally.
You're not a terrorist, man.
I can't be mad at anybody for having their own opinions.
And here's the thing too, those people that for people who were there, who did nothing violent, okay, and you want to call them insurrectionists and terrorists, you have no idea what a terrorist is. I guarantee those people on the Twitter, okay, on the Facebook that said, hey, Joe, how dare you interview this terrorist? You've never seen a terrorist. I would love to see you on the battlegrounds of Afghanistan. Show me proof where you went toe-to-toe and eye-to-eye, and you saw the actual evil in some of these terrorists' faces. You don't know it.
Can I just say one thing, Joe?
What's up, brother?
I just want to say, if this was led, I understand it was infiltrated.
Yeah.
But if this was led by Antifa, let's be honest, they would have cut the ropes. They would have desecrated the paintings. They would have burnt the building to the ground. Let's be honest.
I
okay?
agree.
When I was there, it was a peaceful protest.
Proof is in the pudding. Look at how Antifa protests peacefully. Okay.
Right. Yeah. This was actually my involvement was actually a peaceful protest, not the Antifa peaceful protest.
When do we find out?
Setting a city ablaze.
When do we find out if you get that ankle monitor removed?
Oh, I mean, I'm already been ordered to.
Yeah.
I just have to go through the procedure and then I get it removed.
That's weird.
I get my passport back.
Monitor on you.
I get my passport back.
How do you shower with it? Does it bother you?
No.
Ask him the hard
you
question.
can still do it. I
Yeah?
can't take a bath with it though. So
Can you go
no bath.
jogging with it on? I mean, how does that
Yeah,
work?
I can go to the gym.
You can't take a
jogging.
bath?
No ducky baths.
No?
No chilling with the rubber ducks in the bath.
What leg do they put it on? Do you get a chance to say, hey, could you put it on my left leg?
Yeah, they gave me. I mean, I just gotta say they were very nice about it because I'm sure, and my agents that arrested me, it was funny because they laughed about it because
They were Asian, the ones who arrested you?
No, agents.
Oh, agents. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
They dropped me
I'm
off.
sorry.
They dropped me off at the the jail, and they said
Yeah.
at the county jail, and I was in solitary. They had me in solitary.
You were in
confinement.
solitary
I
confinement?
had the leg chains on, the belly chains on.
Did you get a conjugal visit?
No.
No,
Nobody
okay.
visited me, and when I was trying to make a phone call, nobody answered my phone call, so I didn't.
What
get to make
happens
a
when
phone
nobody
call
answers
until
the phone
40
call?
I didn't get to make a phone call until 40 hours in. I didn't get to see a lawyer until.
Who would
How
you
long-
call that nobody answered?
How long were you in there?
I don't want to put them on blast.
Okay.
I don't want to put them on blast.
How-
But
how
it's
long
okay.
were you in
They didn't
there?
know. They didn't know.
Yeah. How long were you in there for?
What in totality? How long were you
Like
in?
3.5 days.
What?
I didn't even get to get rec time. I mean, I'm not putting them on blast because I
No, I
understand why
hear
they
ya.
did that because I was a federal inmate.
Okay.
And I have to be separated. I'm not trying to be like like they treated me like Hannibal Lecter. I'm not trying to put them on blast, but I'm just saying it was a
Did they
experience.
Did they search you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
of course,
Oh,
before
no.
you get processed.
Oh, that's got to be the
Bend
worst.
over.
No, it's
and
cool.
cough,
But he's like,
baby.
bro, we're gonna get this done.
Did you have to
real
drop
quick.
trow? Right? Is that the phrase?
The whole shebang, the
Oh,
whole thing,
no.
everything. It's all good. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I'm not trying to downplay
no, I
it
hear
like,
you.
hey,
I
I'm
hear
trying
you.
to go back. No, thank you. I'm just saying,
Did you have to shower with anyone?
No, I didn't.
No.
I was by myself. I was separated. We
Oh,
were all.
that's
I was
good
in,
then.
I was in
Then it's
cell
okay if you
block-
drop the soap. Yeah.
Right. I was in cell block 4, and everybody was separated. It was about 24
Yeah.
people. The zip tie guy was there too.
What?
Zip
I didn't
tie
know him.
guy.
I don't. Let me just clear it up for
The zip-
anybody. I don't know
Right.
him personally. I have no connection to him.
His
but I
mom
saw him
got
on the
arrested,
media.
too.
I saw him on the media, and I saw him there. He was in the same cell block.
Really?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you guys say anything? I mean, or not? What's up?
No,
No.
I mean I didn't even realize it until
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah,
about
until-
to with my
right.
last day. I was like, hey, that's that dude.
Right.
But I later found out that they had a video cam footage of him.
Yeah.
And it showed that he just picked them up somewhere along
Oh,
the
the
way.
zip
He was-
ties?
Yeah,
He didn't
wasn't
go there
trying-
with them.
No, he wasn't trying to. I mean, I don't want to speak for the guy. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
his
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah,
Whatever.
right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Lawyer Wayne's like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm not his lawyer. Whatever.
Lawyer Wayne's loving this right now. You can just see.
Lawyer, how am I doing, Lawyer Wayne? Am I doing good?
How is he doing?
Oh, he's doing.
Oh, he's doing. Hey, he's a proud guy of what he stands for, and he verbally condemned any violence that took
I
place.
take
that day.
responsibility for whatever actions happen, whatever happens to me. I take responsibility. I really do, 100%. But I didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
My part, it was a peaceful protest.
If you could go back and do it again, how would you do it? Stay outside.
Maybe not into the building. I mean, it was a heated
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah. I
you
understand.
know.
Listen, I'm not. I don't judge anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not like I was like
I
I
assess.
picked something up and I was like throwing something because
Right.
everybody else was doing it. You know, I didn't. Not one moment did I even think about crossing my line of morality.
Right.
Wasn't even a thing. I wasn't pushed to my brink.
Yeah.
I didn't feel violent. I didn't feel vicious.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't get attacked.
Hateful,
You
yeah.
you didn't attack back. I hear you.
Yeah. So.
But the overall reason why they were down there was to, hey, we have questions. Can you at least look at the question?
Yeah, I wasn't there to try to overthrow anything.
Right.
I was there because there was a due process being carried out that day.
Mm-hmm.
I was there to lend courage to people, there to do what I felt was the right thing, to put a hold, to give us a real audit. Because, we have all these cases they went through and they said, well, we're not going to hear it based off of standing, but not off of merit. what I'm saying? We never, it's like people when they feel unheard. All these people, they felt unheard. And you know, it's funny because you see the mainstream media, they say everybody who was there was a cultist. Everybody was a crazy maniac.
Right.
These are Americans.
My
These
uncle-
are Americans. They have brains of their own.
My
They
Uncle
don't
Pete
just,
was
they
there.
don't, right? They
Right.
don't just think everything that Donald Trump says is verse. No, people there, they genuinely took the evidence and they saw and they thought there was something going on that was unfair and they felt unheard of. I feel like I have to speak out against that because they're slandering everybody there. They're saying everybody there was a terrorist.
They're doing more than that.
Yeah, was an
They are-
insurrectionist.
They're putting them on the fly list. They're losing their jobs. I mean, I hear you. And man, Bat, you got any questions for Liberty Dragon?
No.
No. Lawyer Wayne?
I'm good.
Yeah. Red Pill Jen?
I'll pass.
Liberty Dragon, I love you, brother.
Thank you. I love you too. I just want to say I
Yeah.
really came on this show against all advice of any legal counsel.
Oh, I bet.
Because they can slander me all they want, but I'm not going to let them slander Joe Padula, who stood up for me, and they called him a terrorist sympathizer. I was not going to allow that to happen. So I had to come here and prove without a shadow of a doubt that I had nothing, no participation with any violence or vandalism, because he stood up for me. I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you for putting your name on the line to stand up for me when people were calling me a terrorist, an insurrectionist, a seditionist. I appreciate that, Joe, very much. Thank you for inviting me on your show. I love you too, Joe. Thank you for having my back. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. That's why I felt like I had to come on here. I had to clear some things up because they can talk about me, but I'm not going to let them talk about people who had my back.
I appreciate that. Well, you kept your integrity in check, so that keeps mine in check. So I appreciate that, brother.
Of course, yeah.
The best
if I
is-
did something crazy, then you would have looked really bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then I really wanted you on. Right.
Yeah. Like, well, we have some real questions.
Then we would have had you on the day after, right? But I'm glad you made it here, brother, and I'm glad you were able to get your words heard because we're in an age right now where I'm surprised we're still able to actually have this conversation without getting kicked off.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the right thing to do for my case, but I have a clear conscience.
Intern Shane,
And I have
anything stands
nothing
out
to
on the
hide.
comment feed? Anything stands out for you? I mean, you got.
It's like, will you marry me? Was somebody?
Someone said that.
Yeah.
Somebody said that, and I didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
Will you marry me?
Were they talking to me or are they talking to you, Joe?
But no,
I don't know
no,
who they're
definitely
talking
not
to. They could
me.
be talking to intern Shane. You don't know.
Yeah, they're talking to me.
No,
Oh,
it's
of
not
course,
me.
of
No,
course.
he's
of
off
course,
camera,
yeah.
thank God. But I mean, yeah, there are even negative comments too. Like, you're part of the right wing coup. Hey, listen, that's what I'm saying. We're having a conversation. You have to add to the conversation. Come on the show.
Can I just say one thing?
I'm a
Yeah.
part of
the
neither.
real coup was the stolen election. That was the real coup. I wasn't there to do any coup. I was there to lend credence to people.
Allegedly, by the way, for YouTube purposes.
allegedly. Right? I was there to just peacefully
Yeah.
protest and to lend courage to people who were carrying out a due process.
Uh-huh.
A due process. They already said they were going to object to it. You know what I'm saying? I was there to lend courage to them. I wasn't there to try to do a coup. To try to a coup. The
Yeah.
last 4 years have been a coup. Been trying to overthrow, topple. I just don't understand how you can win 400 counties less than Barack Obama, and then you win 13 million more votes. It's just
No, I hear you.
so
There's a lot of
many
questions,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
those questions need to be answered instead of saying,
But a coup, no sir.
No.
No ma'am, no sir.
all right, well, hey, make sure to leave your comments and help out free speech by sharing this video now on your timelines and your groups, all of it.
It's the Joe Padula Show.
Bada bing.
Clarksville's conversation.